What is up everybody, welcome back to the Movement channel, it's your boy Cameron Bash here, and today we're diving into a new report that has just been released by the fine folks over at SportsGamersOnline, as they have received some pretty interesting information regarding the future of the WWE Games franchise. If you're a fan of pro wrestling video games and you like to be fully up to date with the ins and outs of them, then this is the YouTube channel for you. So if you want to make sure you never miss a video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. So, this report from SportsGamersOnline comes at a pretty interesting time, because this article not only discusses the future of the mainline WWE 2K franchise, but it also talks about WWE 2K's side project, 2K Battlegrounds, which is more of their arcade feeling game. We've just spent the last few weeks getting tons of information about AEW Fight Forever, which we all know is going to be another more arcade feeling game. So to hear this news about WWE 2K Battlegrounds now, after just hearing about all of that Fight Forever stuff, like I said, I think the timing is pretty interesting. Getting into what SportsGamersOnline had to say, they write, if you're happy with WWE 2K22, then there's some good news for you. It appears that the WWE and 2K Sports partnership isn't going anywhere anytime soon regarding the mainline WWE 2K license. Despite having talks with EA about moving the license when the current contract expires, things have quietly settled down. Though both were interested, it doesn't appear to be going anywhere regarding the main WWE simulation series jumping anytime soon. One reason given is that WWE was thrilled with the overall response and sales of WWE 2K22. All parties accept that more needs to be done for the series, but believe its return was a major win moving forward. Another, according to a second source, is that there is still a little bit of time left on the current agreement between WWE and 2K. There isn't an extension in place between the two, but there is still a few years left on the current deal. Both sides are happy enough that there's no reason to look to have it come to an end early. One game that does appear to be completely dead is WWE 2K Battlegrounds. After a poor response both commercially and critically, there doesn't appear to be a sequel in the works for the 2020 arcade wrestling title. In fact, it was recently said by a source that if 2K wanted to make another arcade wrestling game, that there's a good chance it would have to be completely rebranded and rebuilt. So, as you can tell from that, there have been quite a few parts moving around the place in recent time when it comes to the WWE 2K team as a whole. But as of right now, things seem to have settled down, everyone is comfortable in the positions that they are in, and no one looks to be changing developers or delaying games or anything like that in the foreseeable future. The EA news is something that we've obviously covered a fair bit on this channel over the past year, as coming into the release of WWE 2K22, the relationship between WWE and 2K seemed to be a bit on the shaky side, and if 2K22 hadn't have been the success that it was for them, there's a possibility that we could have seen WWE make the switch over to EA. But thankfully for 2K, they got a good showing with their latest release, enough to keep WWE happy, and according to this report from SportsGamersOnline, they'll be together for many more years to come. I just hope that means they'll spend those years really pushing to make big and meaningful changes to the franchise to keep players happy and engaged. The most interesting part of this article to me though is the part where they mention the 2K Battlegrounds franchise has been scrapped and seemingly all efforts and pursuits to make an arcade feeling title have been scrapped as well. It's a little disappointing to hear, to be honest with you, because when they put their minds to it, they can make a fantastic arcade feeling game. Just look at WWE All-Stars for example, and while 2K Battlegrounds wasn't perfect, it was certainly a solid base. No one really complained about the gameplay that the game had to offer, we just didn't like how limited the game was in terms of its movesets, entrances, creation parts, etc. A sequel or a rebranded version of this same engine, just built upon to include more within it, I think could have done them quite well. But alas, it doesn't seem to be something that will ever see the light of day. We know that a WWE RPG game is something that is in development, as it was revealed by Stephanie McMahon herself earlier this year. We didn't get any word about who would be developing this game, but a lot of people speculate that it will be 2K as well. If 2K are going to be the ones making this game, then it makes sense why they wouldn't want to be pursuing an arcade game at this time, as they'll be making strides and working towards releasing this RPG title, which by the sounds of it, will be something we've never seen before when it comes to wrestling games. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that all comes together. If you're looking for more information on that WWE RPG title, we'll leave a link to our video covering that news in the description down below. What do you guys make of this news coming from SportsGamersOnline? Make sure to leave all your thoughts in the comment section down below, and while you're down there, if you would be so kind, please be sure to drop a like on the video as it really helps it out, and subscribe for more pro wrestling video game content. Thank you very much for watching this video, and we'll see you soon for another one. Peace.